Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. This is Christian here, and today we're going to be doing a reading for the sign of Cancer for the time period of November 29th through December 5th. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for being back here again. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. Please go ahead and click that subscribe button. And if anyone, no, not if anyone, please click that bell notification, because I definitely noticed the shift, or I'm catching the symptoms of the algorithm where I feel like my videos aren't getting viewed anymore. So please make sure you click on that notification bell. That way YouTube can give you notifications when I post things to my channels. I also am available for personal readings, and I'll put the link down below. So those doors are open at this time if you want a personal reading. This is going to be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. There's also an Aquarius video if one of those are one of your three signs. And there will be a pick a card, a pick a deck reading as well for the week. So if you want anything additional beyond this reading that you're getting here, you can check that out. Now keep in mind that all readings can't possibly fit for every single Cancer, so take what resonates and leave behind what does not. And also, I'm not going to be reading reversal, so if I see a card in reverse and you see you turn it over, please don't judge me for that, okay? I'm still going to, if I feel like the energy is like negative, or if I need to mention those qualities, I definitely will make sure that I mention that. Today we're going to be using the Light Series Tarot. And you guys already know how it works. We got to get us a couple of shuffles in. Then we're going to cut the deck. Boom, boom, boom. And then we're going to pull 3 cards. Then we're going to take a look at the bottom of the deck. Now, remember the card at the bottom of the deck, if you've been watching me for a second, it is the overarching theme of energy at this time that can go beyond the time span of just the week. It can be months. It can be even longer than that, but it can be an ongoing lesson that we may be learning, or something that we may be dealing with at this time, okay? So taking a look at the bottom of the deck, okay? So you got the Eight of Pentacles. So a lot of you guys, Cancer, have been doing a lot of self-work. I'm definitely seeing the growth here. I'm seeing the changes as I'm kind of looking at these moon phases here. You're looking at, I feel like someone is like sitting back and you're looking at the different chapters of your life, and then you're kind of deciding on what it is that you kind of want to create next, or where it is that you want to be able to go next. For some of you, this is the card of craftsmanship, so you can definitely be working on something in particular here with this. And as you see this person at this table, they have candles. Maybe some of you are writing books, maybe some of you are making something or crafting something like that, but you're coming up with your own magic. And this is the card of improving something. It can be improving yourself, but it also can be, if you're like a business person or something like this is where you're trying to improve whatever your product is, whatever your craft is. So here we're doing the necessary work to be able to do it. And I see you're working very, very hard. This is the card of a card associated with the sign of Virgo, which Virgo is all about looking at things and making things better. So some of you Cancers may have Virgo in your chart very heavy, but this is looking at what we're doing and refining. It's the card of refining, making things better. So you've been definitely doing a lot of self-work. You've been doing a lot of internal work, and I feel like you've been going to yourself first, because this card here, when you get to this level in the Pentacles, I'm kind of feeling a little bit like as things start to happen in your internal world, you're focusing on your energy your external world, you're focusing on your energy internally to change the outcomes outside of what it is that you're doing. And I think that when you first start to do that, when you first start to go on that journey, you see so much area for change, you see so much area for improvement. So you kind of get, I'm not going to say absorbed in yourself, like you don't care about anyone else, but you kind of just go on this self-discovery journey to where you're changing everything, and you're experimenting with how it affects your external experience here. And then you have the Six of Swords here. So here we have us walking away, moving away from certain situations. So kind of what I was saying about fixing your external energy. I'm changing your internal energy to move, to navigate the external experience. Some of this is the Six of Swords is move. It could actually be moving or traveling. It's kind of funny because one of my best friends is a Cancer. And this is exactly kind of what I know that she's personally experienced in her life. This is getting it. Maybe some of you guys are getting prepared for a move, or you're getting prepared to be to move to another place. So you're kind of trying to get all of your ducks in a row. And with the Eight of Pentacles, it could be something financial, trying to make sure that the finances are okay for this journey that you're going on, or for the move that you're making. Maybe some of you are doing that for a trip. I don't know. I'm kind of getting this too. If you're a business owner, you could be relocating your business. I kind of feel that, or you feel like maybe your business will do better in another place. That's kind of what I'm kind of get a feeling here. And here with the Justice card, you're trying to figure out what's the fair move, what's the right move, what move is fair for everyone. If that is you with a business. But what I feel like the Justice card is kind of saying to this Eight of Pentacles is that the more and more that you pay attention to detail, into detail in your life, to the subtleties in your life, and you change those things on the outside from the inside, the more fairness you're bringing in. You're finding more balance in your life, which is kind of moving you a bit away from situations that weren't providing that balance for you. And maybe you may notice that some of the situations that you've been in have been a kind of like a reflection back of what we've lacked, or where we've been over giving, or where we've been under giving. You're starting to be able to see those things, and this is where we're correcting our karma. So I love the Justice card when it shows up when you have the Eight of Pentacles, like here, right here, because what it's kind of saying is that it's a certain level of accountability that one is taking for their lives. And not only are you you kind of clear out the checkbook. So like when we've done things to, like, we create this balance. Like, say you're charging up a card, you create a balance. From you doing this internal work, you're paying off your balance, which is kind of freeing you up to live in a more harmonious life, which that Justice card is about. And it's also a card of Libra. So we're talking about in our relationships as well, to have more harmonious connections with other people. And here we have the Ten of Swords. So you kind of see this person looking at the horizon, kind of free. Tens represent an end or a change, so something is coming to a close. And I kind of feel like we're right. This card usually deals with victimhood. So I like the depiction in this one, because we don't see the swords in the back of the person, and the person lying down like on a traditional card. I kind of feel like with this one I have more optimism about it, because I feel like you've looked at yourself and you've seen where you've played the victim here. And not to say play the victim, where you've been the victim, or you've been in victimization energy, because we have to choose to be a victim. When we choose to be a victim, we say that someone else outside of us is a victor, and you're the victor in your own life. So we give others permission to, we have to what do I want to say? You almost have to give up being at the seat of your life to be able to, being the victor in your life, to let somebody else be it. And I know that, that may sound harsh, because some of the things that people do to us definitely leave us feeling victimized. It's not to say that we're denying that, but I see you coming into some type of power through, you're saying, what can I do for myself to take myself out of that? What can I change about myself to make myself better? And you're doing the work here. And then what do we have? The Five of Pentacles here. So yeah, this is just ending, coming here to this Five of Pentacles here, where we may have been feeling, poor me, no one's here to help me, I don't have any solution to my problems, I'm so stuck, I'm so trapped, I don't have any way out. And then what is this? A positive card here. So look, so yeah, then here we go. When we look at things optimistically, when we're working on ourselves, we've cleared out our balance, we've cleared out our karma. Now we're living in expectation of something greater coming, because we've done the work to know that something greater is going to come. And then here you have the Ace of Cups after that coming in, along with the Wheel of Fortune here. So that's kind of funny. I mixed these cards up. I definitely mixed them up and put them in different places in the deck. But 1, 2, 3, these cards came out in the last reading. Okay, so it's kind of funny, because I think the person that watches the Aquarius readings, that wanted that she requested an Aquarius reading, I think that she's a Cancer. So I had a subscriber request that I do a video for Aquarius, and I did it. And these same cards came up, and I've really mixed them in really good. So it's the funny thing is that these two ended up together again. So I kind of feel like if you're listening to this, definitely, this is a continuation on. But for anyone else, this is just kind of where you're looking at things with optimism here when you have the Three of Wands. Looking out to wait on the things to come into you for the work that you've been doing on yourself here. And for some of you, it's going to be love and it's going to be relationships. You're definitely going to get that. And for some of you, I feel like it's inspiration, and you're looking for your next idea, your next creative venture. And here is going to come in as well. This cycle that you've been in, you're closing out this cycle here. And I kind of like the fact that the King of Wands is here, because here you are stepping into your own power. So this is going back to what I was saying about the victim mentality. No, you're like, no, I am the master of my life. I am in control of my life. I'm taking this one. I'm taking charge of my life here. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles come in, which gives, which is giving you these seeds. The ace plus the Eight of Pentacles. I see abundance coming in, prosperity coming in, independence coming in. You're moving into a very powerful phase of life because of all of the dedication and work that you put into working on yourself, perfecting yourself. Also too here, this is just to give a nod to not overanalyze yourselves too, or be too critical of yourself, because you're still growing and you're still learning. Okay. So we have that there, and let's see how this could be playing out. All right, so you have the Eight of Cups here. So once again, it's another card of walking away. This is a card of walking away from things that no longer serve you and things like that. And I kind of feel like I like it. I like the Eight of Cups. It's always one of my favorite walk away cards. It's a hard walk away card, but it takes so much courage to be in to do this, because for me, the Eight of Cups, we always leave the cups upright. And I kind of feel like in this one, they're kind of sinking in the water here. But on the traditional card, all of these cups are upright. And what I kind of feel like this person is doing in this card is they're having to make the, sometimes we're like, I hope the situation gets bad so then I can be forced to leave. This is where a person is consciously choosing to leave a situation, and they're not making a fuss out of it or making a mess out of it before we leave. I feel like this is kind of the separation where when you're like, okay, there's nothing wrong with that job. It's me. It is me. I just want something different. So I don't have to blame the job. I don't have to blame the relationship. I don't have to blame the friend. I don't have to blame, it's me. It is me. So this is that taking responsibility and taking control in your power. Of your power. So instead of saying it's me like a victim, you're using that like, no, it's me. I'm choosing different, and this is making me powerful. It's not that I have to be a victim to go and find something better. So this is somebody who's learning how to be fueled not by hate or not by like, these people did me wrong, so I'm going to show them, or I'm going to do better than it. It's not, you're not moving from that space. You're moving from a space of consciousness where you're saying, no, this just doesn't work for me. It can work for everybody else, but this situation or this place, this energy I'm in, it doesn't work for me. And I want something different. And then you're moving towards this sun here. So you're walking away from things. Okay. I like that. I really like that energy. Once again, Eight of Cups, funny thing is a card of moving. So moving from place to place, or movement, or a shift here. So we have three or four cards that are already talking about a shift or like a move. So pretty positive. Then here, yeah, so look, we're talking about taking control of our lives here. You have the Emperor. So you're really taking charge, which is a nod to the King of Swords that we have here. And I think that this is where you have him sitting on the planet of Mars, which is the ruler of Aries, which this card represents the sign of Aries. And what I'm kind of getting at, when we think about Aries, we're talking about taking initiative, taking the first steps, being a pioneer. We're not waiting on something to go bad to make us make the first step. This is just putting ourselves out there because we feel an urge, or we feel, what's the word that I'm looking for? Instinctually, we feel like we need to make a choice, or we need to make a decision. But also what I kind of feel like I'm getting with this is, instead of being like, maybe for some of you, Cancer, you may wait for things to kind of fall apart. What is this? Okay, I thought that might have been a tower. You may wait for things to kind of fall apart, and let that be the ammo for you to do something better. But this is where you're kind of leaving away from that. And I don't even think that you're consciously doing it. Like, you don't even know that you're doing that. But because you're so focused on yourself and what's next for you, the universe is kind of putting these steps in order and making it an easier ride, to where now you don't even have to go through losing something to want something different. The more and more you stay focused on this, that path is going to be created for you. You're going to see the next step. So you see him kind of holding this chess piece here. It's kind of like chess. And it's being very strategic. So for some of you, it's where you may be in a situation, or you may be trying to leave a situation where you're like, I can either make this situation worse for me, or I can make it better for me, because at the end of the day, I'm still going to choose or make the choice that I want to, because here you kind of, this is like something that's inevitable. We have the six of swords, a shift that's kind of inevitable. We've cleared out anything that would kind of be holding us back, to where we know that we don't have to go through any hardship. It's like an internal knowing that we don't have to go through something being lost for something to be gained, because we've been doing the work to not let it be that way, proactively. Here you have the Ten of Swords, so we're walking away from something, and then you have this this Eight of Cups here. So we're all of these things to where we're turning our back on something. 1, 2, 3 cards with the back turn. And I kind of feel like you're doing it with dignity. It's like maturity. It's like you can walk out of a job and quit, or you can, walk out of it. You can leave the job gracefully. Either way, at the end of the day, and I'm using that as an example. Either way, at the end of the day, you're still doing the same thing, but one of them just is a like for here, you don't want to gain more karma, more bad. You don't want to gain any karma as you do it, right? So this is where you're kind of being considerate of that now. Like, you're like, I don't want to create more problems for myself in the future. Not to say that that job may particularly, or that person may particularly be the one to do it, but you don't want to put that energy out there. And I kind of feel like you're seeing how when you respond to situations like that, even if you're right or wrong, how those things make you a little bit scared to, like, almost like it's almost like it can make you a little bit have this negative expectation that you may not know it directly, but it's when you act in that way, then you, like parents used to say things like, why you so scared? You're only scared when you're bad. Not saying that that's true, but when you're, when you do things, when you don't do them from a heartfelt place, when you don't do them in the highest light, then we also kind of feel like that's the way that the world is going to treat us as well, because that's the energy that we're in when we do those things. And I think that here I'm kind of getting the sense that you're working through that. It's not about being right all the time, Cancer. I think you're learning that. That's why I'm saying it to you. It's not about being right. Now we've had enough situations in our life to where we know that, okay, I'm right about 90% of the stuff that I'm doing. It's just the way that I'm going about it. And that may be the bigger lesson, especially with you being like a water sign, or something like that. You guys are super intuitive, so it's never been a question of if what you're picking up on is real. That hasn't ever been the thing. The thing is, what do you do with it? And I think that sometimes what happens with you guys is that you can feel super justified in any type of display of emotion, or any type of disruption. Like, for example, if someone did something to hurt your feelings, it's like if you explode and you go to a 15 on them, I think that there's been a part of you that's been justifying, well, they hurt my feelings, so I hurt theirs. We're not leaving the space for, was that their intention? Is this what they do to everyone? Was it personal? Is this something that by you responding that you're going to be able to change them or fix them? And I think that when you're assessing these things now, it lets you know where to put your energy and where not to put your energy. Like, you know what battles to fight and what battles not to fight, which makes you a little bit more strategic here with the High Priestess. Also here with the Hierophant, it's moving. You're learning, so you're moving more up. Like, you're becoming your own your own master, your own spiritual leader, which is kind of funny because here I'm thinking also too, it's almost like you're gaining your own like religion, if I could say that, like your own kind of religious code of how you're gonna act. So you may be going, I just did a whole thing on my Instagram story about reaction versus responding. You're somebody who's learning how to respond instead of react. And I think that when you spend so much time in your own energy here with the Eight of Pentacles, Virgo energy, solitude, gaining wisdom, it may start to feel even weird for you to come to turn up now, because you're so used to not doing it anymore, because you've been in so preoccupied with making yourself better, not even necessarily just so you don't blow up. You've just kind of been working on yourself. You just been in your own little world, in your own little zone. And from that, I feel like this commitment that you have here with the Hierophant is really taking you to these new places here. It's bringing about this joy because you have a place to be able to go to when you want to get like that. And I think that if this is like some type of craft or something like this that you're working on, it's really helping you, like how this helps me. Like sometimes this is my escape, like to read is my escape, to be able to get away. And then by the time I come back, something that I wanted to be super mad about or super aggressive about, I don't have to actually act out on those things. So that's that. I'm gonna pull an oracle card for you guys here from the Angel Guide Oracle. All right. Here's here. What message? Those two wanted to come out. I'm going to put them back in because they fell that quick, but you have raise your vibration and you have friendship and unions here. So definitely the act of this is kind of taking you out of being in that reactive energy to other people. So I really like that. And here with this Hierophant, raise your vibration, I feel like that's what you're doing here as you work on things. It's going to show up better for you in the people that you connect with. You're going to be able to find people who kind of feel like that are a little bit more calm, like I don't want to say calm, but that don't require you to react to them as much because you're not in a reactionary state. Kind of getting that. But let me pull something else. I feel like that wasn't the cards that were meant to come out. They kind of fell out a little bit. Let me see here. All right, we'll take that one. All right, vulnerability and freedom here. Yeah, I kind of just got this feeling that here, as you connect with yourself more, I feel like, for one, what you're doing here is being in this state of being like super focused on yourself and being in your own energy and honoring your own energy. I feel like what you're doing is you're connecting or meeting people to where you don't have to be as guarded or as on guard with them. And then you're like, it's almost like the sensitive, beautiful side of you that sometimes you're having to, that makes you react if people disrespect you or take advantage of you or hurt your feelings. You're not having to be in that anymore. And definitely with the freedom card here, you have the Ten of Swords, which is like this freedom. Then here we have with the Five of Pentacles here with this key, with this key with this hole here. This is a card here about like releasing yourself from freedom from self-imposed things. I just kind of see you really being positive about finding ways out of situations that you were stuck in. So I really like that energy for you there. So this is the message that I have for you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know down below if it resonates. And remember, I am available for personal readings. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, click that thumbs up, and click the bell notification so you can get notified when I post new readings to my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll be back with another reading next week. Thanks. Bye-bye.